Hello, hey, it's me, Dahlia, and today I wanted to focus on number one, as always, giving you a market update. And second, I wanted to talk about ADUs. This is something that is, I talked about the laws that have changed in 2024. So I also wanted to talk about the laws just pertaining ADUs because it's a big thing that's going on, and it could really help people who are interested in starting their portfolio as a real estate investor. And I always feel like real estate is a really great way to, you purchase your own home and start a method of investing. So having that ADU can add it to your home can really help with your investment portfolio as a way to get started. So I'm going to talk about all those things. All right. So first of all, let's see, the housing market has slowed down a little bit since the rates went up. In my area in Los Angeles, it has still been going up. It was a madhouse last weekend. There were some houses being sold right away during one day because the interest rates has been slowing and applications for mortgages have also gone up. In some areas, though, the country, the momentum that was picked up because of the lower rates has already slowed down. So it really depends on your market. Orange County, same thing, busy time. So we'll see. A lot of people are saying that they expect the next rate drop, next big rate drop to come in March, but we will see how that goes. All right. Okay, now let's talk about ADUs. What is a ADU? So ADU is also known as quote unquote a granny flat, but we want to, call it an accessory dwelling unit. That's the proper name of what it is. And there are several different types, which I'm showing you here. There's internal, which is inside of the home where part of the house is split. And then there could be an attached where it's attached to the primary residence. And there could also be a detached. Now, it's important to note these different type of ADUs because depending on the land space that you have, the city or the state pretty much is saying how many of these you can build in your own home. So if you live in a single family residence, you can build one detached single ADU. You can build another detached or convert an existing structure, let's say like for example a garage, and then you could also build one junior ADU. So for example, if someone has a big lot, and they have all the setbacks, which is the space that you need between the property line to each building, you could potentially build up to 3 additional dwelling units in your home. That's if it's a single family residence. Let's say if you already have a duplex or you currently live in a duplex. Well, the government is now allowing you to build up to 20% more in the like the shared space, so to speak, convert those into an ADU. So let's say you have an 8 unit complex. You could potentially 20% of that would give you 2 more units. Let's say you convert a garage port or something else like that. And you can also build 2 additional new units when you have 8 units. So you can convert an 8-unit complex into a 12-unit complex with the ADU, and then build more income that way. Now, this is big deal in 2024 because previously it was only for people that lived in the primary residence and wanted to add on to the residence. But now it can be done to an investor's property that they're not living in. Of course, all of these different rules that I'm mentioning have different design implications, parking implications, tax implications. You need to talk to an architect and contractor and surveyors to make sure that all these things correlate and actually is something that's going to give you income versus not be an income and be a liability. So you have to do everything properly, and there's a proper process to this, but I just wanted to kind of give you an idea of what's possible. If you are interested in buying your first multi-property and you want to live in there, you could do it as little with 5% down, live in one of the units, and slowly with time eventually start doing this. You could also buy with an FHA loan, which would be a 3.5% down, and start building your portfolio that way, where you live in one of the units and manage the rest of the properties. Or if you want to, let's say, not live in that property and start buying multi-units, you could do it with a DSCR loan, which will allow you to buy properties to rent out with 20% down, and they don't check your credit. They check your credit and you just need a down payment, but the income is not required for you to make the payment alone. It's for the complex to make the money. And that's how you can start, building wealth for yourself. So I want to share these methods because these are all things that I'm personally doing. I want to share with you what is the ways that you can start making income. So, you can have your W-2 job, but as we know at the moment, things aren't always certain, but it's always good to, plan that different investment egg, that you can work on continuously. Maybe you can't build all the ADUs at once, but if you could at least buy one property, or if you have a property that you lived in, let's say for 5 years, and you're like, I could really start building an ADU here and then move out and buy that next property. Contact me. I will work with you to help you figure out what would be the best strategy for you to figure out how you can start your investment portfolio. All right. And there are a lot of other rules that have changed that are big. I'll mention one more that can help you. There's a new law that allows AB 1033 that allows these ADUs to be subdivided and then been sold separately. That's a new rule that started this year. So you could potentially build an ADU separate from your own home and then subdivide that and sell it. Of course, your lender, and if you owe anything on the house, they have to agree to this. So you also need to make sure you can do that. And when you buy properties, if you're thinking of building an ADU, you have to make sure you can actually build ADU based on the city setback requirements, and make sure it's going to be easy versus a headache, right? So if you guys need any information regarding this, contact me so I could share some resources with you. And as always, I hope you're having a great day, and I wish you all the best.